Hello everyone, this is Jordan Shook and Sarah Weatherly's presentation on Muslim perspective on death. We'll basically kind of just go over a quick Muslim overview, and then we touch on their beliefs, how they prepare for it, what they do at the time. So here are a few things that you should know before getting started in this PowerPoint. Allah is someone that you will hear mentioned throughout the PowerPoint, and he is who they refer to as their God. Muhammad is God's prophet, or also known as the messenger. Quran is the Islamic sacred book that is believed to be the word of God, therefore like the Bible as we refer to it as. Mecca is the Muslims' holy city, as well as the most sacred shrine, and it is located in Saudi Arabia. This is just a Muslim overview. Islam is partially based on Judeo-Christian religions. They believe in one God, which again was Allah. Then also Muhammad was the prophet, like mentioned before. There are 5 pillars of Islam that the Muslims follow. The first one is declaration of faith. This means that there is no God but God, and Muhammad again is the messenger of God. The obligatory prayer means that Muslims must pray at least 5 times a day. They also have specific times of the day that This slide is about the Muslims' beliefs. Muslims believe that the soul continues to exist after death. They believe that they are able to shape their souls for better or worse, depending on how they live their lives. They also believe that there will be a day of judgment by their God, Allah. However, they do not necessarily believe Muslims preparing for death The Muslim culture believes they should be prepared for death at any time. This is one of the main reasons for why they have their daily prayer and why it's so important to their beliefs. A person who is dying will often wish to be die facing toward.
At the time, the eyes of the deceased will be closed and the body is laid out with their arms across the chest. The head will also be placed to face towards Mecca. The body is washed by family and friends and wrapped in a white shroud while prayers are being said. Contact between the body and non-Muslims is highly discouraged. If a non-Muslim needs to touch the body, they need to wear gloves. Males should handle deceased males, and the females should handle deceased females. For the funeral, the body is buried within 24 hours. As Muslims believe, the soul leaves the body at the moment of death. The funeral takes place at a graveside and involves prayer and readings from the Quran. There's no viewings before the funeral. During the burial, no women are allowed to go into the graveyard. Those placing the body into the grave should recite the lines Bismillah, wa Allah, Melati, Razalia. Mourners are forbidden to show any excessive amount of grief, like shrieking, tearing of clothing, and breaking of objects. This is expressing a lack of faith when doing this, and it is prohibited. Once the body is in the grave, a layer of wood or stones are placed on top of the body. Then each mourner present will place 3 handfuls of soil into the grave. 3 days after the funeral and burial, the immediate family will gather and receive visitors, which often includes a meal. Mourners are to not wear decorative clothing or jewelry. It is typical for male family members to go visit the grave daily or weekly for 40 days. After 1 year, there is a large prayer gathering of family and friends, and it is often that widows are expected to observe a longer mourning period, generally of 4 months and 10 days. To end this presentation, I would like to say that these are the different resources we use to help gather our information. Thank you.